All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out today. Just tremendous energy here because SummerWorks has just had such fantastic momentum since we started it 5 years ago and is helping so many folks, from the employers to the participants that we have in it. So you're going to get a little taste of that here today as we kind of celebrate the end of 2016 SummerWorks program and all the great young people and the great corporate citizens that have helped make this the best SummerWorks summer event that we've had. Each year keeps getting bigger and better, and just more and more people participating in it. We started SummerWorks 5 years ago because we just feel like it's really important that our students, our youth, have an opportunity to experience work, many of them for the first time. And we all remember what that first job was like for us, and oftentimes it opens up a doorway for the rest of our careers, and we want to make sure as many young folks in our community could have that as possible. We were getting federal money to do that back in the day, but they stopped that in 2011, so this has become a very organic, homegrown program here for our city. And it is now, and has been recognized as one of the top youth SummerWorks programs in the entire country as well, so our whole city should be proud about that. We want to focus on every child in every neighborhood, and in particular we want to focus on young folks that may not have a contact with a business where they can just call and get a job, and so SummerWorks helps provide that entree to make things happen. Now, we know that bringing young folks into the world of work at an early stage in their lives correlates with success. Oftentimes, people are entering into a new environment. They hadn't been in that work environment before, and they just demystify what the world of work is, and they usually meet some friends, maybe have a mentor as well that can last long beyond that summer. And we've seen that time and time again for us since SummerWorks has been going on. The SummerWorks program is also one of the ways that we emphasize our continued commitment to investing in the youth of our community. So often people say, there's not enough for kids to do, or there's not enough this, there's not enough that. Actually, there is quite a bit, but there is no more specific way than if you're in the summertime saying, well, I've got a job, and the city has helped me get that job, and I'm having a new work experience, and I'm being able to explore a potential career that I'm interested in as well. So a recent study by the Kentucky Center for Education and Workforce Statistics shows that SummerWorks youth are more likely to remain in the workforce and go on to college than kids that don't participate in SummerWorks. So when you start thinking about the value of a program like this, it's a critical part of our economic development strategy here for our city. And our economic development momentum in Louisville is fantastic right now. It's the best it's been in decades. Our unemployment level is about 4.2%, which is below the national average. 5 years ago, it was at 10%. We have some 10,000 jobs open in the community right now that require a college degree. So SummerWorks and the development of talent has never been more important for our community. We have come a long way in 5 years with SummerWorks. This year, I'm delighted to announce that more than 4,200 youth worked in good jobs with supportive SummerWorks champion employers. 4,200, that is a record number. So I really want to thank all of the youth that participated, our workforce, our employers that have stepped up in the community. We had more than 110 employers participate this year, and you see many of our leaders behind us here today. We've had some major new employers step up this year, like Humana, Kindred, UPS, Federal Express, and others. And we've had some of our longtime champions stay with us, like Norton's Healthcare, Thornton's as well. Just folks that say, we see the value of this program. And that's when people start participating, they re-up and usually increase their numbers year after year as well. Now, the young people with us this morning are just a few of the 16 to 21-year-olds who have been working at nonprofit organizations and city agencies, from the Boys and Girls Clubs to Metro Parks to the Americana Community Center and Louisville Grows. Most SummerWorks students, though, have been working in the private sector, hospitals, restaurants, amusement parks. Kentucky Kingdom is a huge partner of ours, and we really appreciate their partnership. People working in banks, the financial industry, hotels, working on manufacturing assembly lines, assisting companies with their IT and human resource needs, their innovation needs, helping process insurance claims, working in TV, advertising, shipping packages all around the world. So folks, I just described the entire economy of the city of Louisville and letting these young leaders then see what that's like and see how they can tie in their careers. Now, the benefits of this work both ways. When people say, how can I help? Say, you can hire a kid for summer. It's not like they're showing up and not doing anything. They're providing work. They're providing insight that only a young mind can provide. And it's interesting in talking to a lot of the employers, the kind of technology and innovation ideas that they are getting from their younger employers or SummerWorks kids as well. Let's face it, technology is changing very rapidly, and if you're a younger person, you have a different perspective and different skills on how technology can be used. So the benefits of this go both ways. To the young employees, they gain invaluable business and life skills, and their employers obviously reap great benefits that I just discussed. Now, in the last few years, a number of our SummerWorks youth have continued working for their original employers, gaining skills and moving up the ranks. We've bragged on Thornton Oil in the past, who first year, young lady comes in working in the back of the store, second year as a clerk, third year she's working in the HR department. Norton Healthcare brings somebody in to see whether or not they want to get into the nursing field. They carry on into the next summer or working in the OR. Norton's helped them then go through college, get a nursing degree, hire them. I mean, these are like perfect type of marriages that have made, and you can see now that we've been into this 5 years, how the program is really starting to operate how it was designed. Exposing kids to something they might be interested with, then developing that partnership, going through college, then resulting in a good job, which then helps us fill these 10,000 openings we have for skilled professionals in our community. As we bring in our new employers, they add super value to us as well. Humana developed a tremendous program for us this year, and they're going to be growing their program next year with us as well. Kevin Stakem is with us here today. Kevin, you guys did a great job this year. When they had their open house and the parents came by, they were just thrilled to see what their kids were learning. Kindred Healthcare stepped up in a really big way for us this year as well. Paul Diaz, who is the retired CEO of Kindred, is helping us as a private citizen expand in the scale of SummerWorks, and we owe a big debt of gratitude to him. He's been helping us over the last year, working with Kentuckiana Works to help out this business plan, because we've got the need for about 8,000 kids to be employed. So we've gone from 200 the first year to 4,200 this year, and our goal is to get up to at least 8,000 or so. So Paul Diaz, thank you for helping us out. So Kindred hit the ground running this year with their own SummerWorks employees, and we're fortunate enough to have the Chief People Officer and Chief Administration Officer of Kindred here with us to talk about their program. So please welcome Steve Cunanan. Steve?
Mr. Mayor, thank you, and we are so pleased to be part of the SummerWorks program. As the Mayor mentioned, this was our first year in the program, and we didn't really know what to expect. We found out what to expect very early on in the process. It was interview day, and we were interviewing a number of students, and I was downstairs in our building, and in walked a young lady who was clearly out of breath. And she looked at me and she apologized for being what she thought was late, and she apologized for being wet, because what she told me was she missed her bus, and she had to walk 12 blocks in the rain, and she didn't want to be late. And that expectation really blew us away. And that expectation was the same expectation and the same set of values that we saw within all of our SummerWorks participants. It's hard work, it's initiative, it's drive, it's the ability to get a result. And for our business, it really is the desire to be part of something bigger than yourself, to help. And we were so impressed with that. For us also, it's very important because this program represents the intersection of really three major pillars. The first is giving back to the community. And we feel very strongly that it's our obligation and the obligation of businesses to go ahead and make the places where we live and work better. It's also contributing to the talent pipeline in Louisville. And quite selfishly, it contributes to our own pipeline. What we're able to do is identify people early in their careers. We're able to coach them, we're able to mentor them, and then here is where the selfish part comes in. We're able to transition them to full-time employment, and that's the name of the game, and that's the end role that we're playing for. As I said, we had a number of students, and we have given them very targeted coaching and mentoring. So we feel like we've given them the tools to be successful. We feel like we've given them the tools to make great career choices as they move through their lives. But also, we hope that we've given them some tools to make a difference within the communities where they live and work. They've also had the opportunity to see the organization from an insider perspective. And I can't tell you how valuable that is to a 17-year-old, to an 18-year-old who really doesn't understand what the work environment is and what it can be. And just a word to our employers, and every employer knows this, every employer across the country knows this, that talent is hard to develop. It's hard to create that long-lasting, sticky relationship with employees. But I will tell you, it starts very early on. It starts when people are in high school. It starts with the impression that we make. What SummerWorks has enabled us to do is make that impression, to take that individual and create the relationship. So, Mr. Mayor, we thank you for your vision. We thank you for your foresight in creating the program. And as the mayor mentioned, the true measure for us is, will we do it again? And the answer is emphatically yes, we will do it again. As a matter of fact, we're going to increase our commitment for next year.
Right.
Thanks.
All right, we'd like to hear that. I think we're really seeing an inflection point with all of our major employers coming on board. So thanks, Steve. Thanks, Kevin, and many others here. We're just getting it done. Now, let's think about public safety. We know that's a critical priority for our community and our city government, and it's never been more important to attract good young talent into these challenging roles in our community. All of us as citizens, almost take for granted our public safety officials, and we shouldn't do that. So we made it a priority this year to place some of our SummerWorks youth in our police, fire, and EMS agencies. So I'd like to introduce Cameron Andrews. Cameron spent the summer working with the Lake Dreamland Fire Department, so he can tell us about his experience. Cameron Andrews.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. This summer was probably one of the greatest events to ever happen in my life. I mean, it was probably more than what you would expect going into your first job. I think that I learned so much, and I've matured in a way that I couldn't even explain. So like this summer, I rode on the fire truck. I went on runs. I've seen how life really works from a different point of view. Not as a child point of view, but as a firefighter point of view. I've seen that there are sometimes challenging moments in your life where you have to react real quick, and you have to do it. You might make a mistake, but then you might not. And I would like to say thank you for giving me a chance to have this great experience. Thank you.
Good job. All right, we appreciate that. Thanks for wearing the Lake Dreamland colors here today. Looks like you're on the team, man. Now, we have another public safety summer veteran, and that's Caitlin Lewis. She worked with our home team. Let's hear it for Caitlin. All right, she brought a fan club with her here today. Caitlin worked for EMS this summer, and sounds like you got a story to tell. All right, here we go.
Thank you all for being here today. I would especially like to thank Ms. Vogel and Janice for giving me the opportunity to be here today, and the mayor also. I learned a lot. It impacted my life a lot, and it made me figure out what career I wanted to be and what I wanted to be in life, and it gave me an opportunity to focus on what's important and stay out of trouble. And I would also like to thank my mother and my father for being there for me. Thank you. I love you. Thank you all.
All right, there you go. Fantastic. So as we're kind of amplifying the program every year in multiple ways, so this year also, SummerWorks had an increased focus on placing youth in jobs that have career potential and jobs that can help young people pay for their college education so they can get a college degree with no debt. And so we had a really great success story at GE Appliance Park where 14 youth worked on the assembly lines this summer, and then 2 others worked in the administrative jobs. Now, 8 of those SummerWorks youth are in the process of moving right into full production jobs at Appliance Park. Kenneth Albiati, who is with us this morning, is one of those that's going to be working there and attending JCTC at the same time. So this is a guy that's got great ambition and has got a lot going on and knows what hard work is all about. So please welcome Kenneth.
First off, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity, because GE is more than just a job for me, because my major in college is mechanical engineering, and this kind of also gives me experience with that. And like, I look at it as more of an opportunity to pursue my major and let me know exactly what the job's like, what I would be doing, and it's also something that took up most of my day. I work like 8.5 hours Monday through Friday, and a lot of people would say, man, that's a lot. What do you do with your life? I mean, it's better than doing something. It's better doing something productive, like working and getting paid a fairly good amount, than to be out here doing God knows what. But yeah, honestly, without this job over the summer, I don't know where I would be at right now. I just really want to say thank you, because it's really taught me like self-discipline and how to wake up and go to work every day and go to school and stay focused and remain positive throughout it, because it can get challenging sometimes, because you feel like you won't have a life at all, you'll barely get to see your friends, but at the end of the day, you know it all pays off when you're going to school, you're working towards your major could, or your job could potentially get you a job with your major, and I just really want to say thank you. It's really helped out a lot.
Thank you. All right. You can see why we love our SummerWorks program. Now, innovation and entrepreneurism are critical ingredients, as we all know, to make sure you got a thriving economy in a city. Last year was our first year where we started a SummerWorks company, and that company was called Beach Technology. So it was a group of 7 young leaders from Beecher Terrace that came together to form a technology company called Beach Tech. Tremendous experience. So this year, we took that entrepreneur track to a new level, 2.0 level, if you will. Ted Smith, who runs our innovation office, we applied for a grant with the Kauffman Foundation. We won that grant based on this idea of creating innovation and technology companies with our SummerWorks program. So this year, 3 different groups of JCPS students engaged in learning and earning a paycheck for innovative work and projects. One of those projects is being run by Valley High School students, and that includes Dominique Burris, who is with us here. They created their own company called Valley Tech, and they've spent the summer developing websites for nonprofit groups. Dominique is here to tell us more about the tremendous work that they've done here this summer. So please welcome Dominique Burris.
I'm Dominique Burris, and first off, I want to say thank you to the mayor and thank you to everybody else that helped. And I want to say that this has really done a lot for me, and it's kept me off the streets from doing bad things. And this has also impacted my life, and it's helped me know what I want to do later in life. Like, I want to help people because I've been helped, and it makes me want to do more. But second off, actually, I also want to say thank you to Dave Christopher. He's a really nice man. He helps a lot of people, and yeah, he's helped me a lot. That's all I can say. I've been blessed a lot this year, and this summer has helped me a lot. And I don't know what to say. I'm lost in words right now.
Good job.
I'm just, yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Dominique. Good job. Thanks, Dominique. Yeah, shout out to Dave Christopher back here. Dave is a great local businessman and a social entrepreneur. He's a co-founder of Amped, which brings, how shall we say, Dave, brings the dream and hope of music and film and video production to kids focused in West Louisville, provides a place for them to kind of understand what the business is about. And then Dave also worked with us this summer with the SummerWorks program to mentor group of students here with Valley in their technology effort as well. So Dave, you're a great citizen, contributing a lot. We appreciate you. So what you just heard, folks, there was 4 great examples of increased focus on placing young people into summer jobs that then provide more than just a paycheck. Jobs that connect what they're learning in school to help them connect and explore a potential career as well. And this is what we were hoping for when we designed this whole program. Now, JCPS is such a valuable partner, obviously, for our community. In many ways, they're the heartbeat of the community, and they are a really valuable partner here with SummerWorks as well. We're going to be continuing our emphasis on identifying what a student is interested in terms of potential career opportunities, making sure we're recruiting more companies into SummerWorks so those young folks can have an experience in that area to understand whether or not if that is for them, and then helping them transition into the right college so that they can get that kind of degree experience and then come back, like Steve said, into the community and be part of our future workforce. So we could not do this without JCPS, and we could not do this without our great superintendent, Donna Hargens. Dr. Hargens.
Wow, these students gave us such great examples of what a difference this makes. So I'm incredibly proud of all the students who are involved in SummerWorks, and I'm proud to be your superintendent. One thing Dominique didn't share with you is that he and his 3 teammates from Valley Tech were recognized as Entrepreneurs of the Year by Ernst & Young, and they were given a $2,000 award, which was used to help pay the students to create a website for a local nonprofit. So we have award winners in our SummerWorks program. So I really appreciate the opportunity always to work with Mayor Fisher, our local EMS partners, and Kentuckiana Works to be here to wrap up yet another year of great SummerWorks activity. Each year, as the mayor said, this nationally recognized program keeps evolving and growing. And as an educator, it's truly a joy to watch our bright and talented students talk about what they're learning through a summer job opportunity and how it fits with a career they might want, and they're building their resumes as they do it. So we're proud to partner with SummerWorks because it's really the vision of JCPS that all students graduate prepared, empowered, and inspired to reach their potential. The SummerWorks program answers a really important question to students. Why? Why am I learning what I'm learning? It connects what you're learning in the classroom to what's happening in the world of work. So students who return to our classrooms, having had the opportunity to experience SummerWorks, can share what they've learned with their classmates and with their teachers. So this adds to the understanding of themselves, and it really informs what they want to do with their life. Now, the opportunities for our students would not happen if it weren't for all the people in the room. So I again would like to thank just a few. Thank you again to Mayor Fisher for your leadership. Thank you, Paul Diaz, for connecting his corporate colleagues to this important initiative. And Michael Gritton and Kentuckiana Works, fabulous. You keep reminding us what the world of work has to offer to our students. And I want to thank the JCPS teachers and staff members who've worked with our students to help them get ready to take advantage of this experience, because it's our teachers that lay this strong foundation for our students. And I'd just like to thank our students as well, because what I heard is you give a JCPS student an opportunity and they're going to take full advantage of it. They are not going to waste the opportunity that you give them. So I encourage all the students out there to continue to grab and use all the opportunities that are afforded you, and to participate in opportunities like this and next year in SummerWorks. So I am completely confident that working together, our students here in JCPS will be ready for their life, and we will have a better Louisville. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. I also want to thank a few other folks, some major contributors who made another summer of job experiences possible. including the Kauffman Foundation that I mentioned. They're the country's leading think tank on entrepreneurship. We've got a great partnership with them now. LG&E stepped up and helped this year, and especially the J.P. Morgan Chase Foundation. They have been a strong partner of ours since we've started. J.P. Morgan Chase Foundation really believes in summer jobs and the SummerWorks program, and they've been there for us every year in a big way. So Louis Straub is here with us from Chase today. Louis is one of our great citizens as well, and is going to share a few words with us. Louis, thank you guys so much for your generosity. Louis Straub.
This is such a great program. I'm just listening to all the students. It really tells where your money goes, where your efforts go. J.P. Morgan Chase, we've donated $100,000 to this program for the past 3 years. We cannot thank the mayor enough and thank the city for putting this together. You know, in my job, I get to travel around the country a lot, and I manage 11 different states for our business. And I get to see what different communities are doing. And I'm going to brag on the mayor a minute and brag about the city of Louisville. So recently I got to go to the U.S. Conference of Mayors in Indianapolis. And I was so proud of my home in my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, for all the accolades that the mayor has brought to this city, from his data research, education, Day of Compassion, and the SummerWorks program. Many of us were not there, but Louisville was the shining star of the conference. So, Mayor, thank you for your efforts and your leadership. We're very happy to be a part of this program. The one thing that this program, I think, also teaches is that we as corporate citizens and we as individuals have given to this program to help students get a job, to learn the value of work. But we've also done one other thing. We've taught the students about community. We've taught the students about giving and giving back. And so we look forward to what these students will provide in the future and what they'll contribute to this community. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks, we're wrapping it up here, but I really want to thank, again, J.P. Morgan Chase. $100,000 is a really nice grant that represents basically 40 youth that can have a job in one of our nonprofits. So that's very material for the lives of those young people and their families as well. Now, leading our SummerWorks initiative is Kentuckiana Works. And Kentuckiana Works, we've been there from the beginning in the trenches. It is no small effort to build a program from scratch to 4,200 students in 5 years. There's maybe one other city in the country that's doing a better job than us, and they've started 25 years before us. But and that's, was Muhammad Ali said, if it's true, it ain't bragging. Okay, so our numbers speak for themselves, and you can see the impact that it's having on our young folks here. And it would not happen if it was not for Kentuckiana Works. Mike Gritton, the whole team there, is putting this together. And it's not just a program to them. You know, we are investing in our lives and the lives of these young leaders behind us, and we're doing it because we love our city. And we're doing it because we want to prepare our city to be an economic force in the 21st century, and SummerWorks is such a critical part of this. So to Michael and the whole team here, I just want to say thank you guys very much for being so personally invested in building a really, really great model here for the rest of the country. So good job to Kentuckiana Works. So what's next? If you know anything about us, by now, we're not ones just to say, okay, this is good enough. We're always ready to say we can do more, and we can work faster and more efficiently. So we're bringing on an important new partner next year in GLI, Greater Louisville Incorporated. They're going to be marshaling their influence with their members so that we can grow out the number of employers that we have participating in our SummerWorks program. So that commitment has already been made, so we're starting way ahead of next year, 2017. So to tell us a little bit more about that commitment, please welcome the CEO of GLI, Kent Euler. Kent.
Mayor. Thank you, thank you. GLI is all about growing good jobs in our community, and at the moment, our biggest challenge is finding people with the soft skills and the hard skills to fill those positions. The high schools and the colleges, they're doing their part, but sometimes you have to get out in the workplace. Some skills can only be learned on the job. Some experiences only make sense when you get into the workplace. Some of the lessons that are taught in the classroom only work when you look at them through the eyes of a worker. So getting more kids and frankly more teachers into the workplace has to be a priority of our community. That's what's going to inspire the kids, it's going to inspire the teachers to be college and career ready. GLI is proud to partner with Mayor Fisher and with Kentuckiana Works on SummerWorks for the next year, for 2017. And we officially challenge our 1,500 members to lean into this program, to get with it, and make it even bigger and more successful in 2017. And that will be real economic development.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming. You can see this is really a model of a program when we think about public-private partnerships and involving the entire community, from our youth to our parents to our nonprofits to our for-profits over a multi-year period to grow an award-winning program. But the important thing is it's because it helps our youth and our young leaders in our community. That's the bottom line, and it helps our companies and helps us all prosper and create opportunities. So again, I want to say thanks to everybody that's been involved with this and look forward to another great year in 2017.